I think I have to mute myself. Yeah, we do have an open chat, so it's okay if I don't hear you. Jay. I'll just read that. I'm going back on mute.
Cloud is your host, inviting you to join candid conversations that celebrate our journeys. Welcome to the Real Nitty Gritty, where baby boomers share stories, wisdom, and a few laughs along the way. Elle McLeod is your host, inviting you to join candid conversations that celebrate our journeys, lessons learned, and the timeless values that bind us. So be sure to like, subscribe, and share, and click the notification
Good
icon.
evening and welcome to
Whether
the
you're
Real
reminiscing about
Nitty
the good
Gritty
old days or
Podcast.
navigating the present,
Thank
this
you for
podcast is
stopping
your
by to
space to
join us.
connect, reflect, and
Let's
enjoy
get
the
some
ride.
business out of the way. Um, Welcome. First thing I want you to do is become very relaxed, be very comfortable. Whatever comfortable is for you, take your shoes off,
Welcome to the Real
put your
Nitty
feet
Gritty,
up,
where baby
sit in your favorite chair, grab your favorite beverage, and we're going to get started. And we're going to get down to the real nitty gritty. Our topic today is baby boomers fashion. You know, who decides? Who decides what we're supposed to wear at this age? Who makes the decisions, right? But before we dive in, I want you to subscribe, like, share, and invite somebody. Tell somebody we're live. We're live today. This is our first live show. Episode 3 is live. And we have a special guest. And our special guest today that's going to be a co host for me is going to be my daughter, Samia. So, Samia, are you there?
I'm here.
Let's see here. Okay, great. Samia, why don't you introduce yourself?
Okay. Hi, I'm Mia. I am a proud millennial mom of two amazing boys. I've dedicated my life to supporting youth, especially the underserved communities. I work with the juvenile court school system and also volunteer with the LA Cougars youth football team. Shout out the Cougars. It's a real honor to be a guest here on the Nitty Gritty Podcast, where your host keeps it real and get into the heart of what matters.
All right. Okay, well, as I said, and I'm getting feedback. I'm so sorry. Okay, as I said that today we're going to be talking about what's appropriate attire for baby boomers. And the first thing I wanted to say is that baby boomers have been stylish and setting trends ever since the 60s. The 60s, the 70s, and I feel like we're still setting trends even today. But a couple of things have come up. You know, I've never been this age before. I'm 63. I've never been 63 before. So what does that mean as far as my dress attire? Should I be wearing muumuus? Should I be wearing muumuus? Or should I be wearing back outs? Should I be wearing maxi dresses? Or should I be wearing tube tops? I don't know. But I think you get the picture. Um, Stilettos or wedges. Should I be showing skin as a single woman? Does that matter? Does it matter about being married? Let's get into it. Let's get down to the real nitty gritty. I'm going to click this button here. Okay. And like I said, baby boomers have been setting trends since the 60s and the 70s. And to me, I want you to get into it because I'm telling you guys, this girl right here, she keeps me right. Because if I go outside and she see me and it's not right, she coming for me. So I wanted to know, what do you think, today that the boomers, and I've been gearing everything towards women, but men are included with this too. You know, men, men, baby boomers, should they still be sagging their pants, wearing those extra, extra large t-shirts, those 5X's, 4X's, sagging their shorts?
Mm-mm.
Uh, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's get to it. What is your take on that?
So I'm kind of in the middle. I don't feel like people should be wearing muumuus, or I'm not certain that you guys should be wearing tube tops either. Like, I don't know if that's quite appropriate, because there's a lot of millennials that might still wear such things: tube tops, halter tops, crop tops. So then, how does that look when boomers and millennial mother, daughter, father, son come out and then we're dressed like twins? I'm just asking.
I definitely disagree with that. If I came out with a crop top on and we were going somewhere and I walked out and you had on a crop top, I'm going back in the house and I'm changing because I'm not trying to twin.
Yeah, good, because
I'm
I
not
wouldn't
trying to
be
look like a
changing.
millennial.
But are you not? Because if you feel like it's appropriate for you to wear a crop top, and now you just classified that as I'm not trying to be a millennial, then maybe it's not appropriate for a boomer.
Okay, well, maybe I'll go back because I do wear crop top. You know what? This is my belief. I dress appropriate for the occasion. So if, say, for instance, I'm going to church, I'm wearing church attire.
Right.
If
I
I'm going
believe
out,
millennials would do that. Or
honey,
maybe,
I've seen
hopefully.
millennials in church and I've seen millennials at funerals before and they were not dressed appropriately.
I
I
have
think
to.
they actually pushed the line on
You might be right. You might be right.
appropriate attire for church and
I
funeral
just seen a
services
couple of
and things.
inappropriate funeral.
Yeah. Let me sneak this right quick. If you're here, if you're watching and you have a question, please chime in. Just put it in the comments and we'll be able to read it, see it, and acknowledge your question. But yeah, so just appropriate for the occasion. So it's some occasions that I feel like I can wear a crop top. You, if
Name
I
two occasions.
have named how many?
Name two occasions.
If I'm going to the beach, if I'm
Why
going
wouldn't
to
you
a
be wearing a
jazz
bathing suit?
festival, maybe I don't plan on getting in the water, but I could wear a crop top to a
Okay, so
picnic,
if
to a park, to a concert. I think that's more than
mm,
two.
I was about to say, I said two. You pushing it now.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes.
so, and you feel like all of those places that you just named, I wouldn't come with a crop top on as well? Or do we have to call and check in and say, "Oh, are you wearing a crop top today?"
The thing of it is, if we're not going together, then I can wear whatever I'm going to wear. If we happen to run into each other at the event, hey, what's that? Okay, I'm sitting over here. Okay,
I'm sitting
see,
over
you have
here
a
with
good
my
time
crop. You sit over there with your crop.
because I'm going with my little crew. We're not trying to be with your crew. Not that you would want to switch your crew.
Mm. So it could be the battle of the crop tops.
No, it wouldn't be a battle because we wouldn't be around you. But you know what? In all honesty, if it's some, say for instance, a concert, it's other people around us that would be millennials or even younger, maybe, and they might have on crop tops. But I wouldn't feel funny. I wouldn't feel indifferent because this is what I was going to say earlier. As long as you're comfortable in what you're wearing and you have the style and the confidence to wear it, I believe you can pull it off. It's something like being sexy. You don't have to make yourself sexy. Sexy is a state of being. So you're either sexy or you're not. So you can either be stylish and confident in wearing your crop top or mini skirt or whatever it is. If you have the confidence, you can rock it.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with that either. I'm just asking, given that the two, okay, like I said, we do go places together quite often. And is it appropriate for us to be dressed similar with these type of, styles? I do
Well,
believe if you're confident enough to wear it, then, you know, hey, maybe you should. But then I also feel like there's a fine line because I don't feel like you have to wear a crop. I feel like you could wear a fitted type of body con type of, tank or something like that that still will make you still be in fashion. Today's trends, it will still look nice with, whatever you would pair it with. It doesn't necessarily have to be a crop.
okay. I need a little but a little sound effect.
For
Now we're going to get down to the real nitty gritty. I think a lot of baby boomers will wear things that might be a little risque because for myself, I've lost weight, you know, major weight to myself is major, but I've lost weight. And because I've lost weight, my wardrobe has changed a little because before I lost weight, I wasn't trying to wear no crop top. But now since I lost the weight, I can wear a crop top and I feel comfortable in it. And I'll wear a crop top every now and then.
okay. And I don't think it's nothing really like, it's not that big of a deal, not that bad. It's just like, is it appropriate? Then we have to kind of throw in, my kids would be Gen Z,
No,
X.
Gen X,
Okay,
Gen
so
Y.
then if
Gen
they're out with us, would they want to see their baby booming grandmother with the crop top and then look over and see their cool millennial mom with one on as well?
I think we would have to ask them, but we have
I'll
been out
speak for
and
them.
I had on a crop top, but you didn't.
Mm.
And you know how the boys are, they will have something to say, but neither one of them had anything to say.
Oh. So maybe it's cool. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, um,
so you feel like it's appropriate for you to wear a two-piece bathing suit?
of course, I feel that way. if I'm at the swimming pool. Now, okay, back to appropriate. Now, I'm not, it's certain swimwear that I would not wear around certain people. Case in point, my grandsons or my girlfriend's grandsons or grandkids, for that matter. It's a matter of respect. So the type of bikini, two piece that I would wear when I'm not around them or in that environment would be much different than the one that I would wear in front of them. And
I
that's on
concur.
the respect level.
I would agree with that because even as a millennial, I would do the same. I have, my mom bathing suits, and then I have my bathing suits to where I'm hanging out with the girls or, on vacation with the guy friend. So there's definitely different levels to things when it comes
Right.
to, the bathing suits.
You know, um, the question is in 2025, I think this is all stemming from societal view. Why do boomers, I mean, why do people expect boomers to pull back from wearing crop tops or a mini skirt?
Who
I have
expects that?
seen, I'm sorry.
Society, you mean?
Yeah,
Um,
I'm thinking that this is societal. It's what society believes is appropriate or not, because you can get those looks. You know how hard women are on women, but as a more seasoned adult female, a boomer, you get weird looks and stuff from certain women. But
I'm not sure. I feel like ultimately oneself, makes the decision on like what you said, what you feel comfortable in and what looks nice on your body type or shape, and what makes you feel comfortable. I mean, society does put a lot of people in different categories, but I mean, you have to be yourself and do what makes you feel comfortable at the end of the day.
that's true. Um, let's see here. So, age appropriate, is it like a code word for comfortable for society? Um, because I really do believe it's society driven. I
Mm.
believe that um, once people start chiming in, it doesn't matter how you feel in your clothes. If a group of people is against it or frown upon it, then it becomes kind of taboo. You know, I don't know. I don't think that that should be the end all be all.
I
Because
agree.
let me say this: I've seen on Instagram, I've seen women older than I am that work out and exercise daily, and their bodies are right, and they are wearing their little fit. I mean, and they look cute. And if you work that hard for your body to look good, you want to show it off, no matter what age you are.
Mm, I can agree. I mean, I have seen older women, like you said, on Instagram, maybe with a bikini on, however they work out, nice body. But just to kind of go back to the crop top thing, I can't say that I've seen like these women are like just walking around with a crop top, but they do still dress fashionable. They do still dress trendy. It's still something that I would look at and be like, oh, that's cute. So that's what I'm saying. I don't feel like it necessarily. I don't. Again, the crop top debate is really like you know hit and miss because I maybe don't think the crop top is like appropriate. However, again, there's other types of fitting type of tops that I feel like would be flattering, I should say.
I agree. You know, but it's all up to your preference and what you feel comfortable in, I think, at the end of the day. But what another point I wanted to bring up, as far as who sets the rules? Is it society? Is it yourself? Or is it your marital status? Are you single? Are
That
you
would be a
married?
part.
You know, I think that would play a part. And then to take it a step further, what is the male perspective? What do men think about baby boomer females dressing a little bit risque? That's a good question. So, you brothers out there, if a woman is single and she dresses a little risque, is that acceptable for you? You can leave that information in the comments, your suggestions, your comments. We'd love to hear from you. And since we're not men, we're not gonna try and answer that question. But if I just wanted to
Oh my gosh. You
express
just
my opinion,
said,
I just I think I'm opinion because guess what? They probably would look at younger women with those outfits, some outfits, crop tops or whatever,
and when you say
to
younger
show a little
women,
more skin.
do you mean millennials?
Millennials and Gen X, millennial.
But it would be appropriate for them people to have it on. So even if they did look and find it appealing, I feel like, yeah, a woman in her 20s, 30s, early 40s can wear these things or should be.
You just excluded boomers altogether, Miss Lady.
Yeah, because I said if we're talking about the crop top, we're not talking about, fitted jeans or a corset top or a bustier. I mean, those things I feel like are very appropriate. If a boomer can still walk around in a pair of pumps, I mean, by all means, you have to dress for the occasion, just to the occasion. But again, the crop top is a little, yeah, no.
Yeah, I just really have that question about the relationships, shoot, too. Because if you're a married woman, are you gonna go out showing more than a little skin, showing excessive skin? Well, I don't know if it would be excessive. I'll just okay, I'll get down to the nitty-gritty, showing cleavage.
Mm, I don't think that's showing cleavage.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that you put on that show cleavage. I think even for a
Wait a
married
minute.
woman.
Hello. Are you are you just saying in general, or are you pointing me out?
No, I'm saying in general.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I thought you were saying, like, is it appropriate for a married woman to be basically wearing a top that showed cleavage? So I'm speaking in general. For a married woman, a single woman, a woman, a lot of tops are revealing or have, cleavage, especially if you're top heavy. So it's like, I don't think that's a problem, even when you're married, because you can have on the top that is showing cleavage, but then put a blazer on top of it, throw a little jacket on top, and it will bring it down a little bit. So yeah, I feel like that's totally fine on all levels
I agree.
and all statuses.
Yeah. Okay, you married fellas out there, chime in. Chime in the comment. We will read them and answer if you have questions. Okay. Well, okay, we talked about the married women and then the single women. So is it okay? If it's okay for married women, it's definitely got to be okay for single women.
Definitely.
Definitely. We agree on that. Okay. Should personal life stage impact your clothes?
You're should who?
Should a personal life stage, you've gotten to a certain age and you feel, I don't know. I think that sometimes when boomers are getting older, the truth of the matter is, the nitty gritty is, who doesn't want to feel young and vibrant?
Mm.
I don't know necessarily. Like I'm 63, but I don't feel 63. I've
Mm-hmm.
been told I don't look 63. So should I just pack it in and just stay in long sleeves with my collar like this? I don't know.
I don't feel like that's how 63-year-olds dress, or that's not a requirement. I mean, again, it depends on your preference, but I just feel like the crop tops are probably a no. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to wear a turtleneck. And again, a three-piece suit all the time, like that's again, you have to still dress according to what's in,
And then
what's
another
trending.
thing, men versus women. We've been laying on the women really, really heavy, and we haven't brought the men into the frame that much. I've seen men at jazz festivals still doing the most, wearing these knee socks sometimes, wearing these two-piece outfits, short sets with biscuits on. I just,
Mm-mm.
I get, okay, no comment. But then this is the real nitty gritty. And I did say what I said. I said what I said, and I'm standing on it. I think that a lot of brothers can come out of the 70s and
Oh,
stop dressing
oh,
like they're in the 70s, but not all brothers, not everybody, because I've seen brothers dressing very stylish. Um, have you seen the Silver Fox Squad?
I've seen like a little, yeah, like different photos.
Yeah, I think they're appropriately dressed. because they show all different styles. Like if they're just going to kick it, uh, going to an occasion, a club, a wedding, whatever. They're dressed very stylish, and I think a lot of the men can take a page from their.
Mm, interesting. I feel like they dress pretty nice for their age as well.
Yeah, yeah. I'm basically talking about the guys that are still dressing like they're in the 70s.
Oh no,
That's not
no,
necessary.
that's not. We're in 2025. You have to keep up
Yeah,
with the time. Yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
You can get a little bit more trendy.
Yeah, no,
You know,
honestly, it's not cool.
yeah. Everybody needs a daughter like her that's gonna keep it right and tight.
Mm-hmm. Because I ain't saying y'all should be wearing blouses all the time either. So, you know.
Yeah. What you know what? I know how you are with me. Are you the same way with your dad?
Um, my dad dresses cool, actually.
Oh,
um, yeah, no, he's pretty cool.
okay. No old man hat.
Are you trying to refer to his Kango as it? Oh, that's another show.
Because you just said it can't go with.
That's another show, honey. Like,
Yeah, I think they were doing that in the 80s. I remember I saw LL Cool J in
as long as he
concert,
has
and
it
he had on
on
a
with a
K-Go.
nice Ralph Lauren and some nice sneakers, he's all right.
Okay. Well, I'm not talking about your dad now. I'm just talking about in general.
And I'm saying in general, long as they know how to pair it. Now, again, if you coming out with this Kango and then that Sunday's best suit on and some gaiters, you're not. No.
Hey, okay, I gotta take it for the brothers, the real nitty gritty. Okay, gators are always in style, always.
Again, if you paired it with the right ensemble, it could be. But that along with the Kango, along with the Sunday suit, is not. Nah. Nah. Uh-uh. And over at Issa Rae's Lounge, that's not gonna cut it.
Oh, stop!
Mm-mm.
Just to let you know what is old is new again, and a lot of people, millennials, Gen X, are wearing the things that we wore when we were younger in the 70s. Now, for example, high waisted pants, high waisted jeans. Um, just last year, I had on some high waisted slacks with wide legs. That's back in style again. I remember the wide leg pants were in style when I was in high school.
I mean, they
Yeah,
are doubling back. I mean, I'm not a fan of the wide leg, pants myself,
yeah.
but they doubling back for sure.
Right, right, right. That's the Gen X and millennials and younger than millennials taking a page out of the baby boomer book.
I can agree with
Mm,
that.
okay.
That was definitely what was trending in you guys' era. So for it to be worn now, they are definitely doing such.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's old is new again. Okay. Well, I think we're gonna wrap up this episode, and the what I get from this discussion is what's appropriate really, I think, is up to the person. Who decide what's appropriate for boomers? Again, I think it's up to the person. Okay.
I agree.
Well, Samia, thank you so much for swinging by. I appreciate you. And I couldn't have asked for a better co-host today.
Thank you. I'm very proud of you and your Real Nitty Gritty podcast and having me on. So good job, Mom.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Well, we're going to get back to some business. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining us and stopping by and hanging with us for a while. And again, if you liked our conversation, if you want to chime in, you can leave a comment now, tomorrow, whenever you feel like it, on any episode, on this episode or past episodes. You're always welcome to leave your feedback and your comments. We take everything into consideration and we love to hear from you. Again, if you like the show, you know, give us a like, subscribe, become a subscriber, share the episode, and don't forget to hit the notification button. Now, before we go, does everybody know what tomorrow is? Tomorrow is Juneteenth, our Independence Day, Juneteenth. And I just wanted to say, I put a little something together. As we close tonight's episode, I wanted to take a moment to speak about Juneteenth, a day that reminds us of freedom, while celebrated, came too late for so many. Over 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, the last enslaved people in Galveston, Texas, learned they were free. And that was on June 19th, 1865. So that's where Juneteenth is from. But I've been reflecting on how this day isn't just history, it's a living legacy of resilience, family, culture, and the ongoing journey towards justice. As David Jones shared, Juneteenth is a time to reflect on where we've come from, where we are, and how much work still lies ahead. I love how my people have always found ways to turn pain into purpose and joy. So tonight, let's honor that resilience. May we carry forward the lesson that freedom delayed isn't freedom denied, and that each of us has a part to play in continuing this story. Thank you so much for being here with me, and happy Juneteenth. Take care.
Thank you for tuning in to the Real Nitty Gritty. If today's episode resonated with you, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with fellow boomers who appreciate a good story and meaningful conversation. Stay connected with us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Visit our website, realnittygrittypodcast.com, for links to our social media platforms and more. Remember, every story adds a stitch to the rich tapestry of our generation. Until next time, keep sharing, keep laughing, and keep living the real nitty gritty.